Wow. Look at that. Hey everyone, it's Ryan with Gilbert Fireplaces and BBQs, and boy do we have a fun one for you guys today. We brought back one of our favorite products, the Twin Eagles Pellet Grill, to smoke some dino ribs. Now the Twin Eagles Pellet Grill is the most innovative pellet grill on the market, and today we're going to utilize its Smoke Plus feature to give these dino ribs an amazing smoke flavor and a beautiful bark. So let's get going. All right, so let's fire this bad boy up. First thing we're gonna do is just hit the power button, and you'll see instantly that the tablet built into the Twin Eagles Pellet Grill is gonna fire up here. It's gonna go through an initial loading process, just takes a few seconds before we get started on this. So with the Twin Eagles Pellet Grill, the Smoke Plus feature allows you to get a lot more smoke production inside the unit to give you that fuller smoke flavor. So when you turn on the screen here, it's just gonna give you a prompt that says, for the best results, always empty the fire pot before each use. Just agree to that, it's a nice little reminder, keep this thing clean. Then we're gonna get to our main screen here. You're gonna wanna unlock the main screen by tapping on the lock key twice. All right, so our first step is to load this thing up with pellets. Today we're gonna rock with the oak pellets, 100% oak wood pellets from Lumberjack Pellets. It's gonna give an awesome flavor to the beef. I love using oak wood when I'm smoking briskets or beef ribs, so these will be nice. To load these up in the Twin Eagles Pellet Grill, you'll simply pull out the hopper in the front. So it's super convenient. So what we're gonna do is just load this up here. So you're gonna throw this hopper here is actually gonna hold 13 pounds of pellets. So we're gonna load it up pretty good throughout. All right, so the next step is to set this thing up for smoking. This is a solid diffuser that's gonna sit right over that fire pot there. That's gonna give us that indirect heat that we're really gonna want when you're smoking. The Twin Eagles Pellet Grill can also be set up with a briquette tray that allows you to grill. It also has a charcoal insert that allows you to grill over charcoal. If you wanna see how that works, check out our other Twin Eagles Pellet Grill video where we seared a tomahawk steak over the charcoal section of the Twin Eagles Pellet Grill. But for now, we're gonna stick the diffuser inside because we're setting this up for smoking. All right, so you see that that's the little area there that sits right over the fire pot. So to put this diffuser in, it simply just drops right down in the center there. All right, so now that we have our pellets loaded up and our diffuser in place, let's set this thing up for smoking. So like I said, we're gonna be utilizing the Smoke Plus feature on the Twin Eagles Pellet Grill to just give this thing a burst of smoke flavor and a really nice bark. So to do that, you'll simply press the Smoke Plus icon on the screen. Once you do, it's gonna be highlighted in green so you know you're in that setting. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go up to our little recipe book here and we're gonna select the ribs. So the ribs are gonna be the first setting on the Twin Eagles Pellet Grill. Now, because we're gonna smoke these low and slow for a long period of time, we're actually gonna set these for the well done setting of doneness, because that's gonna get us up to 203 degrees and that's gonna be super tender. So a low slow process like this is gonna yield a higher internal temperature of the meat, but don't be freaked out by that. Because we're going low and slow, it's gonna preserve all the moisture and all the juices, and really that temperature of 203 degrees is gonna give us the tenderness we're gonna want when we eat these. So we're gonna select the well done setting there, and then you're gonna hit the icon to go back to the main screen, and then you'll notice that the Twin Eagle Pellet Grill is so smart that it automatically sets the temperature setting at 240 degrees. Now it's a great temperature for cooking these ribs today, so we're gonna stick with that temperature there. Now the other thing that makes it a lot easier to monitor the ribs throughout the cook is the probes that are built in to that temperature setting. So we have our temperature probe that we're gonna plug in to port 1 today, and then these are gonna go right inside the ribs, and we'll be able to monitor the temperature throughout the entire day just by looking at our cell phones because of the Twin Eagles Pellet Grill app. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna hit this green button here. That's the start button. So we're gonna tap that, and then you'll notice the icon that pops up saying that the grill is warming up. So in this stage here, the fan has started, the auger is going and starting to feed the pellets down to the fire pot. We're gonna be up to temperature in no time. All right, so I just grabbed the dino ribs to start seasoning them, but I wanna show you guys this amazing smoke bomb you get inside this grill when you get this going. Look at that. That's gonna produce just a ton of beautiful smoke flavor in these ribs, and something that you're not gonna find on any other pellet grill. So you'll notice a ton of smoke just billowing from this. Now, it's not gonna maintain quite this level throughout the cook, but in the startup process, it's really gonna produce quite a bit and just really season the inside of that grill there. Now, because we did activate that Smoke Plus feature, the fan is gonna alternate in a way that does produce much more smoke than your standard pellet grill. All right, so we have our beautiful dino rib here, and basically, as you can see, you got these super thick rib bones that you see. Basically, with the dino dino rib is it's the short rib before the butcher cuts it up into the short rib here. I love smoking this piece of meat. It's one of my favorite pieces of meat to smoke because of those ribs there. You just get so much flavor in this, and you'll see after a few hours that you're just gonna get this beautiful bark. That meat's gonna start to peel back a little bit from the bone and really expose that. It's a gorgeous piece of meat and a great display piece when you are having a party and hosting people, because it really is just a nice conversation piece, and it's gonna taste amazing. There's so much flavor in these ribs here. It's gonna be one of the best pieces of beef you guys ever have. It's incredible. All right, so on these beef ribs today, we're gonna use some of the Big Sweet Barbecue Badass Texas Boost. I love this seasoning for beef because it's got that really nice salt, garlic, a little bit of sugar on this too, which is really gonna help give us that nice bark. A little bit of onion flavor with this as well. So this is really gonna be nice on these ribs here. So we're gonna apply this pretty liberally. All right, so let's season these up. I like the coarseness of this seasoning. That really helps with bark formation. It's gonna give us a good color. All right, so now we're gonna season up the backside real good as well. And that's gonna be about it, guys. I mean, that's the prep on these. I've been letting these kind of sit out a little bit to get up to room temp. With beef, I like setting it out about an hour or so, especially a larger piece of beef like this. It just helps preserve a lot of the moisture and cooks a little bit more evenly when you do that. So, all right, we're gonna let that kind of tack up here for a couple minutes, and we're gonna throw this on. All right, guys, so I want to take you through this Twin Eagles Pellet Grill app. This is really cool. You'll download the app, and it will communicate via Wi-Fi with the smoker. So with this app, you're able to monitor the temperature of the smoker and adjust that temperature as well. You could even monitor the probe temps. So we have our probe 1 port. You can see on the top that we have plugged into the ribs. You'll notice that it's reading a readout of 201 degrees internal temp. Our target was 203 degrees. Now on this cook, we're actually probably gonna go over that a little bit here. When we take a look at these ribs, I'm actually gonna wrap them up and lower the temperature of the unit and let those kind of tenderize for a couple more hours. But you'll notice on this app that it does give you the readouts for all 3 temperature probes. So if you are cooking 3 things at once, you'll be able to monitor the temperatures of all pieces of meat through the app. So that's a really cool feature there. In the settings screen here, it'll allow you to control the temperature. You can go from Fahrenheit to Celsius. You can also turn on notifications and set alerts when your food does reach a certain temperature, just to let you know that that you guys are ready to go to take the food off of the grill. So the other thing here, we'll get back just to our home screen. You can actually adjust the temperature from the home screen by using the wheel. As you can see, when you go to press the wheel here, you'll get a pop-up that's saying, hey, you have this set up for ribs in a certain way. Do you want to cancel the recipe to set a target temperature for the grill? I'm gonna say no now, but you are able to change that temperature if you want to and redo that. So that's kind of the app there, guys. It's really simple to use, and it's a great tool to have when you are doing a longer smoke and cooking multiple food items at one time. All right, guys, so we've had these ribs on for about 4 hours now. I can tell you the smell is just intoxicating. It's absolutely amazing. I'm excited to check out these ribs. Right now, the internal temperature is locked in about 201 degrees. Our target set point was 203 degrees. We're actually gonna go over that a little bit today while these tenderize. So I'm actually gonna monitor the temperature, and I'm gonna change the temperature down to 225 degrees to just let those kind of tenderize for a little bit longer. But let's see how these things look. Wow. You can see that the meat started to pull back from those bones there, exposing just a beautiful bone. It's definitely starting to form a beautiful crust, and the smell is just unbelievable. All right, so the next step in the cooking process with these ribs is really just to be tenderizing them. So how I like to do that, just grab them, throw them in some foil, and introduce some liquid to it. The liquid's gonna really help to kind of simmer the meat, help break down some of those muscle fibers and add a little bit more flavor. So today we're gonna use some red wine. All right, oh gosh, guys, this just looks so beautiful. So we're gonna put this here. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna form a little bit of a bowl here to help lock in a lot of that wine that we're about to pour in there. And we're gonna pour roughly half a cup or so of wine. That should be good. And then we're gonna wrap these up. I like to double wrap them just in case you pop a hole in the bottom of a single layer wrap. You lose all that goodness. We don't want that, so we double wrap these. All right, so we're just gonna put these right back to where we started. One of the things I did do was lower our temperature down to 225 degrees. I don't want these cooking much more. They will heat up a little bit more, but we wanna keep them under about 210 degrees. All right, guys, so it's been about 2 hours since we wrapped these ribs in the foil. We gotta be pretty close to tenderness. So I have a little temperature probe here that we're gonna use to probe for the tenderness on these. So let's take a look. All right. Wow, these look absolutely beautiful. See how that meat's pulled away from the bone there? We're just gonna, oh yeah. That's going in just like butter. It is time to take these bad boys off. All right, these look absolutely gorgeous. I'm gonna transfer these over. Look at that. Just a nice little give to them when you move the bones around. Some really, really nice moisture content there. I cannot wait to dig into these, it's gonna be amazing. All right, guys, so we've had these Dino ribs on the Twin Eagles Pellet Grill now for about 6 hours. They're so nice and tender. The scent is absolutely unbelievable. I can't wait to try these. We let these rest for about 15 minutes. That way the juices redistribute, but now it's time to cut into them. So let's see how we did. Oh, just so tender cutting through. Wow, look at that. Just so much moisture in here. They're so juicy. Look at the beautiful smoke ring we have going all around these ribs too. These are just gonna be filled with so much flavor. Just a beautiful piece of meat. All right, let's cut off a little slice of these. Gotta try it. Don't even need a knife. It's freaking fork tender. Look at that, that's beautiful. That flavor is absolutely dynamite. Look at how beautiful that is. You got a great bark on the top piece of it here, and you can see that red smoke ring going all the way around. That's great flavor right there, right at the bark. And then just look at how juicy and tender that is. I mean, there's just juices oozing from this. One of my favorite pieces of beef right here. All came together so well on the Twin Eagles Pellet Grill. Oh, this is amazing, guys. You've got to try this. Gosh, those Dino ribs were absolutely incredible, and they came together so easily on the Twin Eagles Pellet Grill. The technology behind this grill makes it so easy to operate and monitor, all from the touch of a cell phone. That's pretty incredible. If you want to see the other capabilities of the Twin Eagles Pellet Grill, be sure to check out our barbecue cookout video where we seared a tomahawk steak over the charcoal bed, rotisserie a pineapple with the rotisserie system, hung sausages from the racks, and even smoked some ribs. We did all of that in one cook, so be sure to check that out. But as far as I'm concerned, this grill is the most technologically advanced on the market today and produces unbelievable results. So if you like that video, hit that like button, subscribe to us on YouTube, and follow us on Instagram and Facebook for more barbecue tips and tricks. This is Ryan with Gilbert Fireplaces and Barbecues, where indoor comfort meets outdoor entertaining.